It is good to be back. Good morning. Welcome to Front Page Review on Voice of the People 90.3 FM, the show where we bring you stories and analyze stories from our national dailies. I am Solomon of FM. Shortly, we'll be joining Rufai Hussaini and Prince Shilaka to help analyze our news items from our national daily. So let's quickly go straight to the first newspaper, which is Vanguard. And the major headlines there coming from Vanguard: Insecurity, Northern Governors, OK State Police suspend mining. Let's quickly take a look at details of that. Let's see what that story says. Okay. Northern governors yesterday warned that the region stood on the brink of losing its future to escalating insecurity and deepening poverty unless leaders took urgent, decisive action. They also called for state police as a way out of the high-level insecurity in the north and asked for a 6-month ban on mining in the region. This is even as Kaduna State Governor Senator Obasani rather, urged his colleagues and traditional rulers to close ranks and confront the region's deepening security challenge with sincerity and collective resolve. The governor spoke at the time residents of Samiya village in Shanunu local government area of Kano State weekend came under attack again as bandits abducted 11 persons, including a nursing mother. Okay, let's quickly take a look at what other headlines are saying, still coming from Vanguard. Governor Adeleke resigns from PDP. Well, no surprise there, definitely. Defense Minister Abubakar Badaru resigns. Let's see. Governor dollar to naira exchange rates today, December 2, 2025. Just go to Vanguard, click on it and get details of that. Some Tinubu's ambassadorial nominees should be in prison, says Ambassador Joe Keshi. Ex-minister confirms two Baba's arrest in London. That's on entertainment. Just look for the sports, sorry for the politics and business and sports side. Terrorism, US, France, UK back in Nigeria with technical support. That's according to Ribadu. Nigeria should not be importing fuel. We have capacity to meet local demand. That's coming from Dangote. SEC to intensify collaboration in persecution of Ponzi scheme perpetrators. Expansion in economic activities persists as PMR index hit 56.4 6.4 points. That's according to CBN. FCMB named Nigeria's best SME focused bank. Let's go to the politics segment. Amici, okay, we already had these yesterday. It's still trending, I guess. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to the metro segment. Residents slam crossover government as refuse takes over street in Calabar. That's sad, considering Calabar was known as the cleanest state in Nigeria looks like forever ago now. Kidnapped Catholic school pupils will return soon. That's according to Rebadu. Okay, looks like that's all we can take from Vanguard. From Vanguard, let's quickly go over to Punch, where the major headlines there basically the same thing from what we've read in from Vanguard. Abduction surge. Northern governors demand mining suspension. Unveil 228 billion naira security fund. And other headline stories from Punch: ex-CDS Musa meets Tinubu as Rabo dismisses Boko Haram recruitment claim. Aviation tax removal requires government consensus, says Keyamo. Borno mother laments daughter's 3rd month in Boko Haram custody. Let's take a look at details of that. That looks interesting. Let's see. Well, okay, Ajia Maimuna Aja, the mother of Aisha Muhammad Aja, age 15, who was forcefully taken away by elements of Boko Haram terrorists on August 9 in Kiwara, a border community in Borno State, has expressed grave worries over the daughter's condition in terrorist captivity. Arawa Punch's investigations revealed that the kidnapped girl has spent almost 3 months in the captivity of the terrorists, yet with no trace of her whereabouts. In an interview with Arawa Punch on Sunday, the mother lamented that her daughter's abduction had plunged the family into emotional distress. It will be recorded that Arawa Punch in August had reported that terrorists raided Kirawa in Gwoza local government area of Borno State and displaced thousands of residents into neighboring Cameroon villages. 2 days after the attack, the chairman, Kiwara Development Association, Yakubu Maba Ali Kirawa, told our correspondent that while the reign of terror lasted, the terrorists burned down houses, shops, and vehicles. That's a sad one. Let's see other stories. Tinubu plans replacement as defense minister resigns. PDP crisis. Osun governor primary collapses. Kefas embraces APC. Faith divide widens. Student protest religious inequality at Gombe University. Abure kicks as LP faction claims court stops nationwide congress. Adeleke dumps PDP. Basically the same thing. Blames parties and national crisis. Okay, one of my best segments, Metro Plus from Punch. Kebbi woman arrested for kidnapping friend's son for 5 million naira. Kano reaffirms ban on commercial motorcycle operators, orders strict enforcement. Lead contamination. Ogun target 500 residents for poisoning tests. 7 construction workers trapped in a Bauchi building collapse. Okay, and to business segment. Aviation tax removal requires government consensus, says Kayamo. A Southwest Commission pushes revival of old rail corridors. Okay. And the politics segment from Punch. New PDP NWC will ensure transparency, fairness, equity. That's according to Turaki. In a Cross River State, governor honors predecessors as Christmas tree lightning. Okay. From Punch, let's go over to Guardian, where the major headlines there is basically what we've read from other newspaper. The top story: Northern governors suspend mining, back state police to tackle insecurity. And for other headline stories, Oshun 2026, I am ready to work with Omishore others to unseat Adeleke. That's according to Oyebamiji. Omishore knocks Adeleke, says Oshun doesn't deserve a dancing governor. That's a funny one. Okay, experts urge early intervention to curb depression among men. Total Energies sells 40% stake in Nigerian offshore asset to Chevron. Nigeria loses $10 billion to post-harvest losses yearly. Bauchi treats 29,874 HIV patients as group takes campaign to Kefi. Resident doctors issue fresh strike notice, demand execution of MOU. And Okechukwu urges Mba against awarding Agbala. Osun governor to provide POS devices to people with disabilities. And Shetima backs smart class initiative for schools. All still coming from guidance. The metro segment: bandits storm Eruku again and kidnap 1 person. Group commemorates Road Crash Victims Day. GOC pledges enhanced security strategies in Southeast. 4 dead, 17 injured in Katsina Trip Road crashes. And to the business segment: companies expand inventory ahead of Yuletide as business confidence. And NDIC seeks NIESV's collaboration to protect bank depositors. Lots of acronyms there. Okay, I think that's all we can take from guidance. From guidance, let's quickly move over to the nations. where the major headlines is basically the same thing with other headlines. Other top stories: Northern governors seek suspension of mining for 6 months and to end insecurity. Other headlines there: Senate may pass pension reform amendment bill Tuesday. QNet sacks 400 reps, pledges tougher fight against scams. NCAN, where Nigeria's apex cashew body. Okay. Professional wins laurels for impactful marketing. FCSC to enlist Abia as partner. Security operatives close in on abductors of Niger pupils. Let's take a look at details of that. Looks okay. Let's see. The move for the rescue of the abducted pupils at St. Mary's Catholic School, Papiri, Niger State, has been upscaled by security agencies. A close evidence of this is yesterday's visit to the perpetrators of the school in Kotangora by National Security Advisor NSA Nuhu Ribadu, Director General of the Directorate of State Services DSS Tosin Ajayi, Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation Dr. Bernard Doro, and Chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria CAN, Northern Nigeria, Reverend Joseph Ayab. The high-powered team met with Catholic Bishop of Kotangora Diocese, Most Reverend Bulus Dawa Johanna, and parents of the pupils. The meeting took place at the St. Michael's Catholic Cathedral in Kotangora. They are going to come back, I give you the assurance, Rubado said, raising the hope that security operatives are close to concluding the rescue team. Okay, that's optimistic there. We hope they rescue those pupils. And to the politics segment, still coming from donations, JAC, lack of autonomy hindering local government development. That's according to Senator Buhari. Osun 2026 ex-deputy governor Alabi denies adoption claims, submit APC governorship forms. And to sports segment, Christian Ebere seals historic title for Nacional with last-minute goal. Rejuvenated Lukeman scores again for Atalanta. Okay. And to the business side of it, relies on foreign model stunts growth. NERC's leadership void puts power sector on edge. Okay, it looks like that's all we can take from donations. From donation, let's go over to Daily Post, where the major headlines there, it's business related. Yeah, something different from what we've seen from other newspaper. Let's take a look at details of that. Let's see why Nigeria's 3.98% GDP growth rate hasn't impacted on living costs. That's according to economists. Okay, let's see. Nigeria has sustained a 3.98% economic growth in the third quarter of 2025. The National Bureau of Statistics data on Monday showed that the non-oil sector, such as agriculture and service sectors, pushed Africa's most populous country to consecutive growth. Nigeria's national GDP rose to 113.59 trillion naira in nominal terms, while real GDP was recorded at 57.03 trillion naira in the third quarter of 2025. NBS data indicated that the agricultural sector expanded by 3.79%, an improvement from the 2.55% recorded in quarter 3 of 2024. However, the services sector remained the country's economic engine driver, contributing 53.02% of total output, followed by agriculture at 31.21%. Information communications technology, financial services, real estate, and trade were among the standout performers in the Q3 GDP data. While macroeconomic gains are laudable, micro has continued to suffer as economists point to a disconnect between macro and microeconomic levels. Let's leave it there for that. You can read details of that on a Daily Post. Let's see what other stories Daily Post have for us. Governor Adeleke quits PDP over party crisis. Basically, what we're seeing here is what we've seen from other newspaper. Let's see if I can see something different. Okay, pretty much the same thing. The political segment, Tinubu sent Gbadabia Mila begged me to join APC. Ulisa Metsu. Okay. Atiku was Obi's deputy. ADC's only chance to defeat Tinubu. That's according to Ahaneze Boyaka. Atiku was Obi's deputy. I mean, that's not possible. He's already served 2 terms as deputy governor, as vice president. Well, I hope that's what this story is talking about. You can get details of that on a Daily Post. Massive defection into APC hits Ojo Council of Benue State. That's coming from Daily Post. Let's see if we have well, it's basically the same thing. From Daily Post, let's go over to Daily Trust. Where the major headlines there, the top story or the cover story is Badaru steps down as defense minister amid rising insecurity. Let's take a look at details of that. We've seen it from other newspaper. Let's get a look at details of that. Now, Nigeria's defense minister Alhaji Mohammed Badaru Abubakar has resigned. This was disclosed by Bayo Onanuga, special advisor to the president on information and strategy. Onanuga said the resignation was contained in a letter dated December 1 and sent to President Bola Tinubu. In the letter, Abubakar reportedly said he was quitting on health grounds. The presidential spokesman said President Tinubu has accepted the resignation and thanked Abubakar for the services to the nation. President Tinubu would likely inform the Senate of Badaru's successor later this week. Badaru Abubakar, aged 63, served as governor of Jigawa State from 2015 to 2023. He was appointed as minister on August 21, 2023 by President Tinubu. Still on Daily Trust, let's see what other stories have for us. We've never demanded amnesty for terrorists. That's according to ACF. Travelers trapped as bandits exchanged gunfire with police on Kogi Highway. CPC designation presents Trump with mutually beneficial business proposal, Bakare tells Tinubu. Bandit impose 20 million naira levy on Sokoto community. Adamawa ADC crisis. Babachir Lawal clashes with Atiku's loyalist. Taraba Governor APC chair meet Tinubu. Okay, basically the same thing. So let's end it with the Daily Trust here and go to this day. Let's quickly take a look at what this day have for us. The major headlines: NUPRC targets $10 billion investment, list 50 oil gas blocks in new licensing rounds. The major headlines there, business related. Let's see other headlines still from this day. I'm looking for something different. Most of the headlines I'm seeing here is what we've read before. As Agbeyega Farms targets bigger shares of $3.65 billion cassava market. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's pretty much the same thing. to the politics segment as National Assembly move against rising wave of insecurity nationwide. Just go to this day, click on it and get a look at details of that. Enugu EU deepen partnership beyond education, energy to include other sector. Ridiculous claim on rescue of 38 Kwara worshippers. Okay, that's it from this day. Let's quickly go to the Sun. Let's see what the Sun have for us. Okay, Badru quit as defense minister amid Tinubu's looming security shakeup. That's the cover story there, the major headlines from the Sun. Let's see what other headlines the Sun have for us. Presco to invest additional $100 million in Edo. Kuka's statement on genocide against Christians taken out of context. That's according to Kuka Center. A PIA reps panel summon NUPRC, NMDPRA over D&A funds. Okay, federal government, NSITF back inclusion of informal workers in social safety nets. On terrorism, US, France, UK providing technical support to Nigeria. That's coming from NSA. Let's see. Okay, I think that's all we have from the Sun. Basically, yeah, politics and power. Let's take a look at these. Oshun, I'm inspired to beat Oyebamiji boast. Women will make half my cabinet if elected president. That's according to Amici. Okay, that's all we can take. All you just have to do is visit your nearest newspaper stand, pick a newspaper of your choice, be it Vanguard, or Punch, or the Guardians, or the Nation's, Daily Post, Daily Trust, The Sun. Just pick a newspaper of your choice and go to the segment of your choice, whether politics, sports, business, or international news, and get yourself informed, entertained, or educated. Or better still, we are in IT age. You can just go over to your smartphone, your computer system, your laptop, your iPad, and just Google newspaper Nigeria, and of course a website of a lot of these newspapers will pop up, and you can just click to any of them and just read on. Let's quickly join Rufai Hussaini for analysis. We'll be right back.
You see, the question we should ask people like Reverend Kuka, that we felt would always speak up for people in jeopardy and distress, is that what changed as regards his affairs and speaking the truth? There's a newspaper clipping from year 2020 that said Reverend Kuka was saying that the killings that is happening is of genocidal proportion. But today, the same Reverend Kuka is saying that even if millions of people are killed, you can't still call it genocide in some respects. The question we should ask Reverend Kuka is that, has he not seen that there's a direct attempt and direct genocide against Christians? Was he not in Sokoto State when the killing of Deborah led to the burning of churches? Wasn't the killing of Deborah enough because she commented on a WhatsApp group? Why did the burning of churches now ensue? And after that happened, didn't we interview him? So is it because that he's chum with this government? They gave him pro-chancellor or vice-chancellor or something? Is that why he has forgotten what he said in 2020? See, or he's not aware of the killings of the likes of Venerable Archie? Let me remind Reverend Father Kuka the words of Pastor Martin Nimola. First, they came for the communists. I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists. I did not speak out because I'm not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists. I did not speak out. Then they came for the Jews. I did not speak out. Then they came for me, and there was nobody left to speak for me. He's an erudite person, so he should understand the implications of what I just said and I just read out. Time will tell. Boala is saying that in the coming days we will know the sponsor of terrorists. So we are waiting on this government to release the sponsor of terrorists. He said the government is making decisions and that the results will be noticeable. Okay, we want to know the sponsor of terrorists. This same government must release it because the last government had the chance to be able to release it and they didn't release it. And we remember, and that's why people like Tunde Bakare is saying that is it not a shame that on our National Assembly that US Congress held a hearing on Nigerian security? They could not hear a hearing. All they did was to go and meet Mrs. Tinubu for chicken and jollof rice, and they were dancing. Anyway, the videos have emerged. Despite the fact that I begged Mrs. Tinubu that the people that were kidnapped, please, they should not forget them in their party. It just shows you where the country is going. It just shows you where the country is going. And it just shows you that people lack integrity. People can't say something and stick to it. It's not in the same country that the same person that called somebody a drug lord, that said, I will never work with him, is now working with the person and now call the person Christ-like. So when he said he has dozy and dockets of somebody being a drug lord before, when he went to protest against the person and he was shouting the person's name and heroin, he forgot that there will be a day that he will come and call the person Christ-like. You see, the problem with our national life is that a lot of people do not have shame. And when they don't have shame, injustice will keep happening. And that's why government has gone to Kogi again. And yet they also kidnapped people. They kidnapped a bride, and this is continuing. Akim Baba Ahmed said Tinubu shouldn't seek re-election. He has lost the hunger to fix Nigeria. Yes, Akim Baba Ahmed can say so, but I know Tinubu will seek re-election because you see the power is too sweet. And as long as there are plenty sycophants around him, it makes it easier for him. It's a country filled with a lot of sycophants. And you see, these sycophants will even make it easy for him to emerge the president because ADC will never come together. Opposition, the likes of Atiku and Obi, will go their separate ways and they will still split votes that will favor Tinubu. And in the end, the opposition will come and cry foul. So, except we tell our opposition, can they come together? Can they work together? Can they fight and do a lot together? Or, better late than never, we'll see how all of this pans out. But except they come together and they agree for one another, we'll keep seeing bandits unleashing terror in Kogi, Kano, Sokoto, Kwara, and everything. And nothing will be done about it because it's a nation that likes a lot of hypocrisy. Nobody's ready to respond. Nobody's ready to do what is right. And we'll never go forward. And that's why anytime the president or the leader announced that police, they are going to withdraw police from VIP, we just look at them and laugh and ask, how many times have they announced that they are going to withdraw police from VIP? Not today. Not today we deceive ourselves. Not today. Please, we would like to beg Farmer Bago, governor of Niger State, to stop targeting journalists for reporting insecurity. At first, he wanted to destroy a radio station, Badegi FM. Everybody shouted at him. On Wednesday, at the commissioner of North Central Zone of National Center for Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons, a freelance journalist with BBC, who was also a freelance reporter for Channels TV, asked the governor what the state was doing to rescue Mr. Dada from the bandits. Angered by the question, the governor accused him of working with bandits and saying that the journalist should have known about the kidnapping case if he were not working with bandits. You can see. You see that Farmer Bagu, he openly oppresses journalists and screams at them. That was how he wanted to close down Badegi FM the other day. So we should be careful. We should speak truth to power. We should speak truth to power. And we should tell the man that he's wrong. I'm talking about Farmer Bagu. is constantly always harassing journalists. Obi accuses ECOWAS of double standard over Guinea-Bissau. He said ECOWAS is quick to condemn Guinea-Bissau military glitch, but he remains silent as regards technology glitch in this country. And Obi has a very strong point. The funny thing is even that Goodluck Jonathan, that went to oversee those elections in Guinea-Bissau, he was saying, oh, he was an RNG and all of that. The question is, what did Goodluck Jonathan say after the technical glitch happened in the elections in Nigeria? Was he even not the first person to go and congratulate President Tinubu? You see, Nigeria lives in a country of so much hypocrisy. And that's it. And Obi is right for calling out, what's it called? ECOWAS. Yes, we condemn the military coup. You can say, okay, context differs. But the question is, what are our democratic partners speaking up for? Which time are they going to speak truth to power? Because you see, a country cannot grow, if we don't speak truth to power. A country cannot grow. Things cannot happen. The reason why Nigeria is not growing is that those in the government are harboring sycophants, people that are not speaking truth to power. Insecurity is going up. Pain is going up. And is leading to loss of lives. And while that is happening, nobody to speak for the people. Nobody to advocate for the people. Except few people that are speaking up. So, anyway, Taiwo Yedele is making some clarification that tax ID numbers are not required for strictly personal bank accounts. I think tax ID numbers are only required for businesses and all of that. Senator Natasha challenges Enugu West over deleted WhatsApp message. So a mild drama has ensued when members of Nigerian Senate, following an open confrontation between Senator Akpoti and her male colleague, Osita Nwogu. In a post shared on a verified page, accused Nwogu of deleting her comments on the Senate WhatsApp group. In the post, she wrote, "Dear Senator Osita, will you open responses on the Senate WhatsApp group and repost my deleted message, or else I'll bring the discussion to public domain." The Senate public statement immediately drew attention online, and Natasha did not specify the content of the deleted message. Her warning will bring the discussion to the public domain suggests that the matter could extend beyond internal party or state communication boundaries. There's been a lot of victimization of Senator Natasha Akpoti, but that woman has also stand tall. I'm not saying she's correct on everything, but all I'm saying is that she's also stood tall. Because since that Akpabio's case, we've been seeing a lot of movements against her. But we can only speak the ones we can and speak truth to power. I mean, the insecurity issue is now so rampant and is not at an unbelievable and an alarming proportion as we speak. The kids from the Catholic school, Paprika in Benue, in Niger State, an investigative journalist from AIT went there and they discovered, and the people that they interviewed there said that in coming to pick up the kids, that they also heard helicopters moving around. So is it that these bandits are now working with people that have helicopter, or what is it the matter as we speak today? A king, a traditional ruler in Kwara State, in fact, bandits are asking for ransom from him now because he's been kidnapped. But while all of this is going on, instead of the government to focus on the insecurity and fix the problem, nothing. We've heard nothing from them. Another case is the case of Cross River State. In fact, the Reverend Father has come out to say that some of his congregants said they saw sightings of some bandits, in the bush, and they raised their pain as regards that, and they are calling on the world. There's also a story making the round of a video of passengers around Kogi area, I think, or Kwara, going to Lagos, and gunshots being heard, and insecurity is rife. So, while all of this is happening, Nuhu Ribadu has said he's assured parents and management of the Catholic primary school, Papiri, Agrawa local government area of Niger State, that these kids will come back home. You are having massive level of insecurity. And at the same time, we are seeing political persecution and political hypocrisy, because if people like the Reno Mokri are being given positions of ambassador in this country, the question is, what do they represent? You can now see that the Senate is even raising eyebrow as regards Reno Mokri, that this is a man, that has called President Tinubu all sorts of names before. But apart from that, this is a man that when you check value systems, he himself came out to say before that he will never take any position for President Tinubu, but now he's taking that position. And while you're having all of that, you're having stories like bandits shot my son before taking away his sister, abducted bride's father. Controversy as abducted monarch escapes during gunfire. Okay, that's a new one, because only a couple of minutes ago they were talking about his ransom. Confusion continues to trail reports that abducted traditional ruler of Banyago community in the federal local government area of Kwara State, Oba Kamilu Sumaila, and 6 others have escaped from custody. The news of the monarch's escape went viral on Sunday. It's claimed that he broke free after a fierce gun battle deep in the forest. A source close to the monarch informed his younger wife that at their Asha Dam residence about their alleged escape. While all of this is happening, I also have to give due commendation to Harris Iguamiso, because that man has been going. I just hope he's safe, and I just continue to pray for his safety, because you see, he's been going around using technology to track all these criminals and all of that. But the politicians are more concerned about how they are going to fortify themselves. And while we are saying all of this, Nigeria GDP rate grew by 3.98%, down from about 4 point something% in second quarter, says National Bureau of Statistics. So growth slowed. Maybe the growth will pick up in the fourth quarter. Only God knows. But insecurity every day is rife. One day, one story from every part of the country. The ADC is now claiming political prosecution because they've picked up Malami. They're asking him about Abacha loot. While we are talking of all of this, receivers have repossessed Nest Oil offices as appeal court restores order. So the corporate offices of Nest Oil in Victoria have been repossessed by the receiver following a restorative injunction. They went to appeal court. So some of the people that Nest Oil is owing money in the banks, after they had fought in the federal high courts and Nest Oil had collected their building back just only last week, they quickly went to the appeal courts and they got the injunction, and now they'll be able to repossess this. So in an ex parte motion filed on 26 FBN Matter, they sought the following: an order of restorative injunction and all of that. But all of this is an ex parte until they're able to hear the case. The order dated 28 November, their fixed hearing of the motion for 4th of December. So it's been a lot of political back and forth. Some people are now saying that it's a witch hunt, that if you don't align with some people in certain quarters, that your property will be taken. Just like the announcement of land revocation in Abuja. But the banks are also saying that Nest Oil has been owing them a lot of money in the past. So there's been this talk, a lot of back and forth in the political terrain and in Nigeria terrain. But all of this is shrouded around the labyrinth of insecurity, very rife insecurity. And that's the sad reality of what is going on as we speak. The spate of killings, the spate of wanton destruction of lives and property. Governor Adeleke may pick ticket elsewhere. There's been a lot of fight back and forth as regards the PDP, Osun State, and Adeleke. And the following crisis bedeviling People's Democratic Party, Osun has disclosed that his governorship primary earlier scheduled for Tuesday will no longer hold. Speaking to the newsmen at the Secretariat, Osun PDP BC Sunday VC said, well, the governor is the sole candidate of the party, but the ongoing crisis may make cancellation of the primary inevitable. So according to him, going by the timetable of INEC guiding the conduct of primary election, the only way the PDP could validly nominate a candidate is by resolution duly authorized by the electoral empire. His words, in the light of the foregoing, it has become inevitable and indeed unavoidable that the PDP governorship primaries earlier stated for Tuesday, 2nd December, can no longer hold as scheduled. It is equally important to restate for the records that Governor Ademola Adeleke remains the sole aspirant who purchased and submitted and was duly screened in line with the party's timetable. So there's also a political storm brewing as regards the governor, in the state. The most funny story I've seen today is the fact that the federal government is now saying that citizens should report VIPs that still have police protection. You see, this government can act very funny sometimes. This government can act very funny sometimes. And it's very exciting. You made a law, you can't enforce the law. You are saying citizens should be coming to report to you on an enforcement that's supposed to happen as regards the law. Or show people will be lucky to have him as governor, says Omishore. Omishore too is trying to throw his hat into the political terrain as regards the state of play of the political process in Osun State. So let's see how all of that, will pan out in the coming days. Many stories making the rounds, and as soon as we get all these stories, we're going to break all of them down for you, right here on VOP 90.3 FM.
Okay, that was Rufai Hussaini. Joining me to further analyze our newspaper review is Prince Chilaka. Mr. Chilaka, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
How are you?
Very fine, thank you. How's the family, sir?
Oh, they're good.
Okay, let's start from what I'll call the biggest story across board. Certainly, one of the major headlines from all the newspaper is the resignation of Defense Minister Abubakar Badaru. This will come as a surprise to me. I don't know about you. Was it surprising to you?
No, I'm not. When you say surprise, as in
the resignation was sudden. There were no indication whatsoever.
Honestly, if you ask me, I didn't know we had a minister. To start with, I didn't know we had a minister because all you hear is a minister of state, Matawali. So I didn't know there was a real substantive minister, but
a minister of defense.
Nobody hears about him. He's not there. It's like he's just sitting there, and because every time there is need to send somebody or need to talk about what is happening in the defense sector. You don't hear anybody talk of him.
You hear of the chief of defense
staff,
then you
hear the minister of state. So at some point, Matawale was even seen as the minister. But I'm not surprised. I give kudos to him because Nigerians don't resign. Nigerians don't resign.
They don't.
Nigerians would rather want to die there, But I give kudos to him.
Which was another surprising thing, and which is why people don't buy the health reasons. What do you think is the reason behind his resignation?
Well, if we look at what is happening now, I think it has to do with the insecurity. I think I think you see, when we talk about the issue of Boko Haram, you talk about the issue of the jihadists, you will know that there are quite a number of senior citizens, Muslims, that have this love for what these guys are doing. And we cannot throw that away. And it's the right of everybody to decide what they want. So I think that to a large extent, it comes across as somebody who has some sort of soft spot, because I don't think that it's a health issue.
Definitely not a health issue.
You remember when the former spokesman, Galali, it was also health issues, family issues, which is a very good political way to ease out of the system. But I think there is more to it. It's either the man feels laid back, or he feels that he's not being given the recognition as a minister,
or not being allowed to do his job properly.
Exactly, because if you look at it, Matawale was outshining him. You barely hear his name. So
more like he was just there to fulfill the
vacuum.
Exactly.
So well, I'm sure in the coming days we will know. But right now, I don't.
Will we though? Because I mean, these things have a way of remaining, secret.
Well, nothing remains secret forever, and that's the truth. Because if things will remain a secret, you wouldn't have had somebody like Reno Mokri coming out in last year or so to tell you that your president is a drug lord.
Well, he's an ambassador apparently. So.
Well, if he becomes an ambassador, it's a shame on this country.
But he will. I mean,
if he becomes an ambassador, then it means we do not have senators.
We never had senators to start with. I mean, they've been called a rubber stamp,
which they have denied. Now we will test whether they are really rubber stamp or envelope stamp. But the truth of the matter is that there are certain people on that list that should not. How do you look at a former governor who did not add any value to his state, who did not develop the human beings in the state, talk less of infrastructures?
Well, we're talking about Femi Fani-Kayode.
I'm not talking of Femi yet. I'm talking about Okezie of Abia State. These are people who should hide their faces in shame, because what OT is doing in Abia State simply shows that in 4 years, you can turn the fortunes of a state and turn the fortunes of Nigeria. But you've had people who have spent 8 years with no scorecard, nothing to show. Some of them are in the Senate, sleeping. Because they failed as governors in their state, they are failing in the Senate. And you expect somebody who got F9 in maths to be able to go and teach further maths. I mean, what kind of blatant foolishness is this in this country? We're allowing the worst of us to rule the best of us. And you think this country is ready to move forward? I don't understand why each time Mr. President releases a list, the list becomes subject for attack, criticism, because they make the fundamental mistakes. We had the list of prerogative of mercy. We saw the kind of persons that were on it until Nigeria spoke out and screamed and said, we do not agree with this list. For how long will we continue to behave like this? For how long will we continue to have a government that looks like cluelessness is the bane of what they're doing? It's so painful, it's so sad. And I keep asking, what legacy are we leaving for our children? So with the kind of list the president submitted, what it means is that we have gotten to the lowest ebb where sycophancy is being rewarded. And you expect these Gen Zs that are 100 miles ahead not to be able to put that in their memory. If you go to social media, you will see different videos, posts made by Reno Mokri. And yet you want him to be an ambassador. Any country that accepts his credentials, that country is useless.
And another major headlines: Northern governors okays the state police suspending mining. What do you think about that?
Suspending mining. When they say they are suspending mining, it's like saying that River State government woke up from sleep and said they want to suspend the drilling, the oil wells going on. I'm coming. I'm going to somewhere. We have always denied that there is mining going on in the north. What we have always said is illegal mining. So are the governors suspending legal mining? If they are suspending illegal mining, who are these illegal miners? Why is it that the minerals in the north seem to be solely for the north and not for the entire country? The president did not blink an eye to declare state of emergency in Rivers State because of what? The oil pipelines, the oil wells. He didn't blink an eye because that is for the nation. Well, everybody's closing their eyes to the mining going on in the north. So I'm happy the governors have come out to own up to the fact that mining is going on in the north. But with all the mining going on, is it coming into the national pot? Is everybody benefiting from it? Are we all as Nigerians benefiting from the resources we have in this land? Because if we are,
all eyes are still on the oil.
Good. If we are, we would not be where we are today. I see your leaders. They travel out of this country. They take buses. They take trains. They have beautiful road networks. But why is it that they cannot replicate the same in Nigeria? Why is it? Every state in Nigeria wants to build an airport. Even the states that are 10 kilometers apart from each other, they're building an airport. Is that the right thing to do? What is wrong with networking states, 5 states with train, and having one functional international airport and local airport? How many Nigerians have the money to fly today? So why is it that our leaders keep behaving as if, there is no... They're behaving as if what they're doing is not for the people. Unfortunately, and sadly, Nigeria is a country where your leaders don't ask you what you want. They simply impose what they think and believe on you. We talk of democracy. Where is the position of the people in democracy? The people are freely, I keep saying it, we are freely giving up our sovereignty to our leaders. But what are our leaders doing with that? They've thrown it into the dustbin. And they're doing what they want to do. So I'm happy that the northern governors have recognized the fact that, yes, the mining is going on in the north. So they should come out openly and say, we are suspending illegal mining because it's not an official mining. So if they're suspending illegal mining, what happened to those illegal miners? Who are they? Why have they not been arrested? Illegality is a crime, isn't it? So why have they not been arrested? Also calling for state police.
Not surprising there.
You see, the thing is that the way insecurity is now, it's gone out of hand. Those who probably were financing it, those who probably think they were in control, they are no longer in control. And this is what happens when you arm hoodlums. Because when you arm them, at a point in time, they will realize that the power of the gun is stronger than the power of the money. So they've gone renegade. So those who were financing and those who were supporting them are now found themselves in a situation where they can no longer control them. If this APC government in 2015, when they came to power, with propaganda and all of that, telling us that the late Buhari was the savior we needed. The late Buhari will take care of insecurity. He will secure our lives and properties. If they had done the right thing, if they had followed from where Jonathan stopped, even though they claimed that Jonathan was killing their brothers, we wouldn't have what we have in our hands today. I think that the northern governors should declare a state of emergency in education in the north. They need to educate the young people. They need to allow the young boys in the north to go to school. Force them to go to school. Because school opens their mind to understand what they need. Develop the north. And I also think it is time government takes a step to monitor religious organizations in this country. Because they are part of the problem. They are part of the problem. Cutting across Christian and Islam, they are part of the problem.
Now, let's go to politics where Governor Adeleke has resigned from the People's Democratic Party. I mean, the wave of governors leaving the People's Democratic Party still goes on.
There's no party. Let's be honest with ourselves. Because at the end of the day, you won't have a platform to contest. There is no party. Because which of them are you going to recognize? Is it the one headed by your Minister of FCT, Wike? Or is it the one headed by the governor of Makinde?
Sheyi Makinde's faction.
But then, don't forget, these were people who worked as G5 governors. These were people who helped to ensure that there were glitches during the election.
Okay, let me pause your thoughts there. We'll be right back. Time for us to go for a commercial break. Stay with us.
This December, something glorious is happening. It's time to lift our voices, our hearts, and our hands because hope is alive again. Join Christian Pentecostal Mission International for our annual National Thanksgiving Service. Theme, Thanksgiving of Hope. Date, Sunday, December 7th, 2025. Time, 8 a.m. prompt. Venue, Believers Cathedral, 10/12, Latif Salami Street, off Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Ajao Estate, Lagos. It's going to be a day of joy, music, and divine encounter. Ministering Reverend Dr. Mercy Ezekiel, General Overseer, and a powerful worship experience with Minister Sinach. Don't just hear about it. Be there. Come with your praise, your gratitude, and your testimony because this year, hope will dance again. CPM. Jesus Christ is Lord.
Customer, welcome. What do you want buy?
I want buy changeover. Cutout fuse and distribution board made of 100% heavy duty copper.
Oh, come, I get them. See, I'm here.
No, now I'm looking for Slatter Star J cutout fuse and distribution board, Nipo cutout fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller, and solar panel.
But Oga,
Don't worry, I know where to get them. Whether na Star J changeover cutout fuse, Slatter distribution board, Nipo cutout fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller, and solar panel, Star J ceiling fan, sockets, all earthen materials. Make you no go do cover wise pan foolish show. Slatter Star J Indian product na #1 since 1961. Made of 100% heavy duty solid copper with no compromise. Available in all leading electrical shops nationwide. Slatter Star J na you biko.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Front Page Review on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I still have Prince Chilaka in the house. Mr. Chilaka, okay, you were talking about the resignation of Ademola Adeleke of the
I said there is no party. Honestly speaking, PDP is decimated, it's gone, and anybody who believes they can contest under the platform of PDP will end up not having a platform. Don't also forget that in Nigeria you don't have independent candidacy. So I think the right thing for him to do is to resign and look for a party that will give him a platform to contest, or else he will have nowhere to contest.
I mean, what party? I mean, APC is looks like the likely option because that's where everyone is running to.
Well, people running to APC, they're not running to APC because APC is giving good governance. They are running to APC because they want to survive. APC has become a party for those who want to survive. But I'll tell him, if
people that have lots of skeletons in their cupboard.
You know, I think Adeleke would do better going to ADC. I think he would do better.
But the ADC have the party structure for now? I mean, it's a new coalition.
He should be able to build the structure. You can't trip where you have not put in anything.
Yeah, that's basically the definition of our politicians in Nigeria.
He should
going to party.
No, he should. You see, this is why I laugh at everybody going to APC. If 2027 the president does not win the election, what happens to everybody? You see them running back.
How likely is that?
You see them running. Nothing is cast on stone.
I mean, with the electoral system,
nothing is cast on stone. Jonathan, with all the electoral process, did not win the election.
Well, Jonathan, Tinubu, they're not exactly the same person. No, it doesn't matter.
When the people are ready, when Nigerians are ready, they will do the needful.
Jonathan cannot do anything to win election.
Why? Why could he not? Maybe we'll say he's a soft man. He's, like he said, he says, he says his presidency is not worth the blood of Nigerians.
Exactly.
Good. But even at that, the people spoke their mind. See, I've always said that Nigeria as of today is a failed state. Because all the parameters of a failed state stares us in the eyes. The only thing that has kept Nigeria going is the resilience of the people. And we must not take that for granted. When the people want to speak, they will speak loud. But somehow, the Nigerian people are they're still sleeping. We saw what happened in 2012, 2013, when Jonathan tried to talk about fuel subsidy. Those in power today were the ones who organized protests, including men of God, GOs, daddy GOs. They all came out at Ojota and had a protest. Fuel is almost 1,000 naira today. Some filling stations are selling 900, some are selling 920, depending on where you're buying from. And Nigerians are doing what? We're clapping. And people will come and tell you, oh, this administration has done what nobody can do. But in all of this, where is the money of the subsidy? Why is it that Nigerians are not feeling the impact of the fact that money is being saved from subsidy? And everything you've talked about subsidy, we're still borrowing a lot of money.
Despite the fact that the federal government have said more money comes in to the country.
More money comes in, they share it among the governors. What are the governors doing? And then they'll tell you, go and hold your governors accountable. The people who paid their way to become governors, are they the ones you're going to hold accountable? With the kind of local government system we have.
I mean, most of those local government chairmen and having more money coming into their purse.
Who put them there? The governors. It's not you and I. You saw what happened in Lagos when they were having their Congress, first of all, before the election of the local government. You saw what I think you see that Alimosho, which local government, where Obasa's son was supposed to contest, and they said no. The people said no, and they made him vice chairman. Now the chairman has resigned, health grounds. He has become So what are we talking about? The Nigerian people are not ready.
Still talking politics. Rotimi Amechi, in a recent interview, what are his chances? Because as far as ADC is concerned, the two power brokers, for lack of a better word, is definitely Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi, that if he decides to clinch his ticket with ADC, most people don't think Amechi stands a chance whatsoever.
I'm not a fan of Amechi. I'm not a fan of Amechi. And personally, I do not see Amechi as a presidential candidate.
I mean, most people would agree with you on that.
I do not. I agree that he is good at talking. He's good at telling Nigerians what to do to the political class. And I think he should stay there. He should be an activist. I keep saying there are a lot of people today in politics that should actually not be in politics. And there's no way an Amechi would beat a Bola Ahmed Tinubu, even if you tie Bola Ahmed Tinubu's 2 hands.
And his legs.
There's no way an Amechi would beat him. And it's the truth. So, for me, I've never believed that Amechi is in the picture. I've never.
But does he have a chance of being a VP though, if it's just does being presented to him?
Don't we have better persons than him?
Well, so
we need to go back.
So far, it's just the three of them that have come, forward with their presidential ambition.
I ask questions. When you come and say you want to contest the election, what is your pedigree? We need to go back to Rivers State. What did he do as governor of Rivers State?
Well, but we know in Nigeria that doesn't.
We need to also go. No,
that doesn't really matter when it comes to Nigeria. We also need to go
back and ask questions. What did he do as a minister of transport? You want to contest election in Nigeria? Please, how many rail lines did you build in the southeast as a minister? How many rail lines did you build in the south? Okay,
because of time, let's move forward to another question. Reverend Cook has been on the news lately with a statement some persons have termed controversial. What's your view on that?
I don't know what Father Cook, Reverend Cook, Bishop Cook. I'm a Catholic, but I don't know what he's talking about. Every atom of respect I had for him has been thrown to the dogs. I do not like men of God who speak from 2 sides of the mouth. For me, Reverend Kuka has become more of a politician
than a clergyman.
We're talking of Kaduna. He's from Kaduna State. Even though he's a bishop of Sokoto, he's from Kaduna State. What has happened in Kaduna State? With all the killings that have gone on in Kaduna State, what has he done?
The famous Southern Kaduna killings.
Dude, what has he done? Well, you see, when a man of God gets immersed in politics, you begin to behave like the politicians. So for me, I think it's just a survival strategy. I don't know what Father Kuka is talking about.
What is he surviving though? It's a question.
To be relevant. This government has given him an appointment. And Nigeria, once you're given an appointment, you dance on the tone of the government. Okay. But I'm not saying he doesn't have the right to speak for himself. But all I'm saying is that
he's entitled to his opinion after all.
But you must be guided by the principle that you are a man of God. That you shepherd people. And that people look up to you. Do you know how many people that have said to themselves, I will no longer be a Catholic because of what he said?
Let's end it there, Mr. Chelaka. We have to open the phone lines for people to start contribution. I'm sure most of the people listening are already cursing me that, where will you open the phone line? So, I do sincerely apologize. As I always say, we'll be right back at 10:30, and then you have all the time in the world to make your contributions, send your messages, and make your phone calls. I'll have time for that. But for now, fortunately, we have roughly 10 minutes to do that too. Please, no mudslinging. I know we're angry. There's a lot happening in the country, but you can still take a hold of your emotions and pass your message across and tell us how angry you are without having to swear or curse anyone. So 0700-903-903-903. Again, 0700-903-903-903 or 003-692-9933. Again, 0803-692-9933. You can also call or text us via WhatsApp, and our WhatsApp line is 081-717-56338. Let me call the WhatsApp line again, 081-717-56338. Because of time, 1 minute, please. If you talk more than 1 minute, sorry, I'm going to cut you off respectfully. Hello. Hello, welcome to VOP.
Yes, my name is Mekudi Olasunde from Gudasule.
Okay, talk to us.
My own opinion on Amechi, former governor of Rivers State. He was the one who built the railway line to Niger Republic during Buhari regime. You understand?
Okay.
So now, people are talking about banditry, Boko Haram. Let me just inform you, GOP and all Nigerians today, that these people are in Lagos State now. If you don't know, our government should take, you should be aware, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, because they are the one riding Okada on the express. We saw one video recently when they were fighting with police, all this stick, and they beat the policeman. These people are from the Chad and Nigeria Republic. They are in Lagos. They are the one doing scavengers here in Surulere, Aguda, everywhere. So we need to be very careful and watchful. The community leaders and the vigilante, all the security on the street. So if you see something, say something. They are in Lagos now. Okay. They are very mighty and they have juju, jazz. So you should be careful. Yes, now.
Thank you. Thank you.
They might be very strong. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to VOP. Tell us where you're calling from. Okay, go ahead. Talk to us.
My opinion on that. The APC already bring insecurity for this country. They don't achieve what they don't achieve. Why those people can't go back?
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
So now they don't achieve power now. They just send that people back where they're from now, so that we know how many people will remain for this country now.
Okay.
Because every day you are here killing. When the thing going to end? That's the question people use ask for APC. People want to collect power. Say on a take collect power. Oh, yeah, fine. Now that accept it will not achieve. Wanna return them back where they from. Well, say the people where they this country now, their business na kidnapper. This way from another country, come they do kidnapper. They don't say they know that the thing is working for this country.
Okay.
You cannot try this thing for America.
Thank you.
They don't shut you down.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello,
Yeah, good morning. Welcome to VOP.
this is Marshal Obama speaking.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Nigerians, good morning. Now I want to know, are they seeking for state police now? When already bandits are handling 20 local governments in a state, where are you going to train this state police? We have national police, it is not alright. Our national police is Nigerian police. We have state CID in that very police. Employ these state origins and indigens into that very state CID. What are we talking about? If you come to Lagos, you find a lot of uniforms. You don't know who is who. Anti-riot, anti-that, neighborhood watch. Which kind of uniform is that? Civil defense. Why don't we use the crew defense? We have problem. Now you want to train, and you found that you forgot that you forgave some people to be in the army. How do you train these people?
Okay, thank you.
Now, all this while they've been taking the mineral resources. Today now it has happened.
Thank you.
Gold and all those things. Please, Nigerians, open your eyes.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to VOP. Tell us
This
where
is
you're calling from.
Mecca from Ogun State.
Okay, Mecca from Ogun State. Talk to
I
us,
want
sir.
to ask a question. Does it mean there is no
Oh, sorry, you're gonna have to call us back. We can't hear you. Please call us back. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Front Page.
My name, I'm coming from Igbesa,
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Ogun State, precisely. You see, good morning to your guest. I'm happy. Every time I hear, the sound of people like Syria and Prince they always find the truth. So I love it. You see, but my take on this is this. I'm not afraid of the president with his upcoming 2027 election.
Hello.
Get free, fair, and credible election.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes, I'll be a free, fair, and credible election. The INEC is a problem. Our vote does not count. So, how do you say the president? Because and there, the INEC chairman, this electoral reform they are talking about, don't do it. Because I hate a situation where the president that will appoint the INEC chairman, and he who pays the factor dictates the king. So how do you take this electoral offensive problem scenario, electoral problem always?
Thank you.
I don't know we can change it.
Thank you.
So please, that is my problem.
Thank you. Hello. Can you move away from radio TV set, please? We're getting a
Hello,
call
good
back.
morning.
Good morning. Welcome to VOP. Tell us anywhere you're calling
Hello.
from. Hello, I can hear you. Uh-oh. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to VOP. Tell us
Thank you
anywhere
very
you're
much.
calling
God bless you. My name is Malam Jendo Usman. I am calling you from Kano State, Odin.
from. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Thank you. You see, my problem this morning is that Tinubu has destroyed this country beyond repair. Tinubu has turned INEC. If you are an INEC, after the election, the next year you will become an ambassador. So it's not supposed to be so. Yakubu Mahmoud was the umpire last election, 2023 general election. He announced Tinubu as the winner of that election. And today he was nominated for ambassador. What signal is that telling me today? That any INEC after Mahmoud will also replicate the same what Mahmoud did, and at the end of the week he will become a minister. He will become ambassador. Is that how the country wrong? So the 2027 is too far. By the grace of God, let this 2027 will come and go, so that we know that we have right to decide who is our president or who is not our president.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And God bless you.
Amen. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Solomon.
Good morning. Welcome to VOP. Tell us anywhere you're calling from, please.
Thank you. My name is Daniel. I'm calling from Alaba.
Okay, Daniel, go ahead.
My brother, my heart is really heavy and bleeding for my country. Every day, I keep on hearing one story to another. No time I will hear good news. No time I will wake up in my country and hear good news. So there's illegal mining in North for a long time. They have been eating it alone. In fact, using Boko Haram to chase other Nigerians away to not come close. So now they are telling us what is happening in the North. So for the police state they are talking about to form, who are they going to employ?
Okay, thank
You
you.
see the same bandit they are going to employ.
Thank you, thank you.
My brother, take on base.
Okay, let's read one or two messages before signing out. As I said, I promise I'll be right back at 10:30, of course, and have all the time to pick your calls. You can talk for 2-3 minutes if you like, and of course, keep the messages coming in. We will not end it here. So let me call the WhatsApp number again: 081-717-56338. Keep the messages coming in. When I come back at 10:30, I will read them. So, good morning, VOP family. Governor Adeleke resigned from PDP. He should complete the story by telling us he has moved to APC, their favorite party, to complete the circle of one-party state. Defense minister said he resigned on health ground. Same Kaduje, former APC chairman, told us when he resigned, but not long he took another appointment. We are watching. Benjamin from Shogunle. Thank you very much, Benjamin. The fear of President Donald Trump is the beginning of more resignation to come. The only express way that leads to destruction of any administration is to be surrounded by sycophants. It's not a breaking news to Nigerians, because from day one of this administration, majority of President Tinubu's appointees have always been his loyalists and the people he feels will be able to deliver when he comes for election. His administration is what I tagged as government of compensation. It's glaring that APC has nothing tangible to offer. Okay, let me end it here. Your message is quite long. Sorry. Temitokpe Onatoe from Jagemo community. Thank you very much. A beautiful morning to you all in the studio. Your president and my president, in quote. Since 2023, May 29, he resumes office as president of Nigeria. All his policies is always full of errors. Number one, subsidies gone, error. Number two, the floating of the naira, error. Number three, the state pardon, error. Number four, ambassadorial list, error. Can someone please tell me the single positive thing this your president has gotten right, just close to 3 years in office. In this way, is a name going to be in the Guinness Book of Record? Well, the Guinness Book of Record is in two ways, either in negative way or positive way. Mayor from Ikotuegbe, thank you very much, Mayor. Good morning, VOP Radio. Some home truths were revealed by northern leaders during their meeting at Sir Kashim Shatima House in Kaduna. In a bid to be seen as a fighting terrorism and insecurity, how can they suspend mining? Are they the owners of mining concerns? Can they suspend exploration of oil? It shows mining is done by private hands in the north, whilst oil in the south is all for all commerce. We need restructuring of Nigeria now. Or Sadebe or Nwaje in Lagos. Thank you very much. Okay, let's end it here. We'll be right back at 10:30 for the second part of the show, and of course I'll read all your messages. Just keep sending them, and I will, of course, I'll filter them out and read them. Thanks to Prince Chilaka. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for your time. I am Solomon of FEM, signing out.